Amazing to see it out there, because that was that win that you talk about, Rick. That was his 10th win here at Talladega. That was the last car that Dale Earnhardt Sr. won, and to see it out here, to see the reaction that these fans are giving it, it is truly history in motion out here.
Yeah, and Rutledge, not only the fans, Junior, you told me at the beginning of the weekend this might be emotional, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, my thoughts go to Richard Childers, what he must be feeling sitting inside that car, driving it around this racetrack. It's not been on the racetrack or anywhere since it won that race. They took it right back to RCR, stuck it in the museum. Richard has about 40 race cars that my dad has drove and won races with in his possession, and this is a very important one. I think it's great for all the fans, Earnhardt fans out here, to see this, and he said he's going to open it up, so we'll see. I asked him, I said, you trust that thing's going to be all right?
But you never know what's going to happen at Talladega. Up through the gears they go. We're racing at Talladega Superspeedway.
And you see it already, how that restart was going with Chase. He's already down low. The 48's already in front of William Byron. They had that plan from the get-go.
That second row just laid back. Alex Bowman, Jimmy Johnson just laid back and kind of drugged the field and gave themselves a place to go. Got a lot of their single file.
And we got a lot of Fords there behind them. Will they organize? Will they get together and try to take over and beat these Chevrolets? That's really what it's going to come down to today.
Yeah, right now, this time of the race, see Clint Boyer pushing Keselowski, trying to get a big run on the outside. These drivers are learning. They have not been in a pack like this all weekend long. They don't know if this outside's going to work well or not.
Right. Yeah, you want to be able to trust your spotter to paint the picture of what's happening behind you, so you don't have to look back there that much. Plus, with these giant-ass spoilers, they can't really see much anyway, so it's kind of tough to be able to get that kind of view that he needs to see as far as the outside line coming up or the third groove coming up, and they can come up very fast. The runs that the cars get with these spoilers is tremendous. So see that outside line already forming? They would be up there within a half a lap. Let those guys around him know they're coming to pit road, I believe, this time.
All right, we'll see who's able to get onto pit road cleanly.
Oh,
and not everyone's coming.
Blaney got in there.
Oh, here goes Blaney around. Spins as he comes onto pit road into the grass. Will it bring out a caution?
If he gets this thing fired up, I don't think it'll bring out a caution. He's rolling, but that'll be big. He is going to lose the draft right here.
Dave.
All right, that's what he was hoping to happen there. They're organizing, and here they come the inside. William is not going to move down to try to defend it. He's going to trust that this outside line is going to work out for him.
Final lap of stage one. They're side by side as they go across the stripe and into one. William Byron has the help of teammates behind him. Joey Logano, a three-time winner at this racetrack, has Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Brad Keselowski right behind him.
William needs to get down there and side draft that 22 and then move away from him. He has some help going. No help for the 22, though. The 17's moved away from him.
Yeah, the 22 trying to side draft. He did a good job of stalling those guys out just for a moment.
24 had the momentum. Is he going to be able to stay in front?
Now block. A lot of information from your spotter you need right here. Which lane do you need to block?
Down there.
Remember, the start-finish line is further down this racetrack than it is every other.
The momentum's coming on the bottom.
Past the tri-oval, William Byron goes to the double yellow line. Coming out of the tri-oval, William Byron's going to win stage one. Field approaching the Geico restart zone. About ready to get underway with stage two from Talladega. Couple cars jumping out of line. One of those being the two of Brad Keselowski back there. The white number 2.
Even more cars going to that top. And Larson jumping up in front of that train. Now he's in the middle. 3 wide. Already down the back straightaway. Very similar to stage one. I thought these guys might take it easy, but looks like the racing's going to be the same as it was yesterday.
They've been thinking all night about what they could have done different, what they could have done better, what they learned. Now they're ready to go.
Oh, Byron goes up in front of his teammate, gets out of that bottom groove. Going to the outside of the 88. Man, he is taking those runs and using every opportunity he can to make a move.
Problem
awesome
is
to see.
He's got Jimmy Johnson behind him. That's the problem. There's just not a lot of help that's going to come from there. Here comes Clint Boyer and Brad Keselowski on the outside.
And the 22's going up there to block.
That's a big block.
They keep spreading out. They keep separating and spreading out.
Line.
4 to go and a handful for the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Yes, Chase tried to block the 22 in the run by the Fords. Everybody did a great job there using the brakes and their heads to keep themselves out of trouble.
That was a really late block from Chase Elliott. I think fortunate to get away with that.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove. He's going to go sideways right in front of the pack. The 48 caught up, and the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the pack. The 42 of Kyle Larson, he is there. The 11 is caught up. And flames coming out from underneath the 48 of Jimmy Johnson.
Right here, 22 being pushed, goes to the inside. Alex trying to block. They make contact. Around Alex goes. That's what we're talking about with blocking. You know, blocking is one of the things you have to do. You also have to know when you can't do it. But if you don't block, you're not going to win this race. Yeah. It's just a difficult decision to make.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive and block, but you also have to realize, I guess, when the run is so massive behind you, you're just not going to win.
How much damage Chase Elliott get right here? Car goes around. Not sure he ever hit anything. They're coming to the line with 2 to go.
Yeah, the stage won't restart. But pit road.
Oh yeah, the 9 did get hit.
Pit road closed when caution came out.
We'll go hard later if we have that opportunity.
And look at that car, dog tracking.
Skewed there.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously got some rear suspension damage. It's going to be interesting to see if he can even maintain any reasonable speed in the draft if they do get to work on that car more.
Field approaching the Geico restart zone. It's Keselowski and Boyer 1 and 2. They made up the front row, and Blaney behind the 2. So teammates working together on that high line. We'll see if the Fords all fall into line. William Byron right in the middle of that in that 24.
One of the things that happened in that wreck is there's a lot of Chevrolets in it. You know, a lot of Chevrolets are working together. Well, a lot of them got in that wreck. Bowman, Johnson, Larson. Of course, we don't know the damage yet on Chase Elliott's car.
Joe Logano continuing to push, and he shoves the 24 of William Byron.
The car's going through the speedy dry there. You run on the bottom, only the leader's wide open. With that accordion effect it's created on that bottom groove.
Riding along here with Bubba Wallace. See this group behind that single file, they're all double file. And while that's going on, that single file line will just drive away from them. Oh, almost right there.
Yeah, double Z.
Oh, he is into the wall. Bubba Wallace gets into the wall.
Yeah, we got a couple cars spinning around back there.
Listen, you heard the tire.
Yellow's out. You get the fence.
77 also around. Blake Jones behind the wheel.
Down low, the 43 comes up the racetrack and
77's
not clear.
there.
Yeah, just not clear. Hard contact with the right front tire. And
Parker snuck through the 96.
Yep. He's way down there.
I don't want to hear about points or playoffs. They could care less. They're trying to win a race.
The 15 car behind Matt DiBenedetto running well as Chastain in that car with great news this week. He's going to be in a second car next year. Colleague racing in the Xfinity Series, so
Full-time in Xfinity Series for him.
amazing news. All these, caution
has come out.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
And so the caution has come out with 36 laps to go. And everyone catching their breath. There is the 14 of Boyer. He is high centered.
This is big trouble.
We're going to have a push.
It's stuck. Oh, that is huge.
Don't blow it up. I can see you. They're going to have to push you. Rear wheels are off the ground.
You see his head moving inside the car.
Yeah,
his hands on the steering wheel. He knows this is not what he needed. He's running right here towards the back of the pack a little bit.
I think he had a loose or a
He thought he had
tire.
a wheel going down.
Yeah.
He thought he had a tire going down.
Must have been, but he was complaining about the right front. It couldn't have been the right front. It had to be one of the rear tires that failed.
I think it's left rear, and that's why 10 had to correct and got out of line. But David's run was so big, getting pushed by the 22, he had to continue that forward momentum to the middle.
You guys have mentioned the drivers that have lost their rides. David Reagan stepped out. He said this is going to be his last year. He didn't lose it. He just said he's going to be all done racing. What would it mean to him to get a win in his final season?
He's about to take the lead. This 22
Oh, it got
pushing
tight.
hard. 17 goes up there to block it.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. saw that the 38 had some momentum with the 22 pushing. He jumps up in front of that outside line. Now the inside line falls back.
Three Fords on the outside line organized to push and help each other.
Oh, and around goes the 22. A hard hit by Joey Logano.
We're in it, guys.
The 41. Logano was running in the second position up there on that outside line.
Left rear tire blew out on the 22 car.
Pushing the 38 around. Oh,
no.
One got in the back of the 24.
Yeah.
It wasn't a flat tire at all. It was the 24 spinning, catching the left rear of the 22. You guys talked about it yesterday, the point of these Chevrolet noses. It looks like a pretty straight push from the 1, square into the back of the 24, but look instantly, oh, it comes from like 3 cars back.
Yeah, they all bounced off each other. Nothing Kurt could do about that. He was getting pushed from behind. Byron had no idea that was coming. Boom, boom. 3 or 4 of them all together.
Right in the lookout. Wow. 22 almost went over.
Yeah, that's a moment that all the safety of the roof flaps and the hood flaps definitely saved that 22 car from going over. Years ago, I'm confident to say that car may have went airborne for sure.
Sure, yeah.
Brad and
so with that
Blaney
kind of
just sneaking by. That was big for
Once he
Blaney.
get to his bumper.
Yeah, so the 17's going to wave, but he's going to wait to throttle up. He's going to wave to allow the guy behind him to go, then he will go. He will wait to mash the gas once he feels the contact of the 38 car, and they've worked really well together. Anybody that the 17's had back there has been able to push him into the lead on these restarts, and it's going to happen again.
See, the 1 car was not able to do that, was not able to stay hooked up, and now that inside lane just got pushed by. Now they're getting hooked up.
And the 2 of Brad Keselowski shuffled out into a 3rd lane.
And they're, again, 17 out there pretty far. He's going to have to stay in this bottom groove, Steve. But the momentum's coming from the outside. They're organized.
I like his patience on the bottom, though. He knows they're coming. That yellow line's his friend. If he stays against that, they have to push him.
Big push from the 95. Kurt Busch.
DiBenedetto trying to help Kurt Busch up to the front.
They're still organized, still together. Now they've broken apart. Yep. Now the side draft from the 17 is going to put him back in position.
So hard to stay hooked up when you're side by side with other cars. The cars tend to pull the second car off of the first car because of the side draft.
3 wide back for 8
He
with
did
him at
not go.
34.
He did not go. I was really surprised, but here comes the 12 of Blaney up behind the 18, and look up forward.
DiBenedetto gets shuffled out.
17. And he's going to the bottom for the lead.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. surges to the front.
Here comes Matty D back on the inside. Big block by Stenhouse. That helped the 1 car. Now can the car behind the 1 get him? Oh, little contact.
95 into the left rear quarter pound. The 1 car almost turned the 1 car around right there.
How about David Reagan using a lot of patience there to push the 1 car rather than jump up on the outside of him?
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 2-car length lead. Now, when they come back to him, how hard will the hit be from DiBenedetto? Or will he leave him hanging? Will he try to take the lead away?
Further back, you see Keselowski, that white car, trying to make it 3 wide on the outside. It's going to be a hard...
Oh, the 1 car really loose through the throttle, getting a shove from the 38. Man, the pushes are intense. To the outside of the 17 goes Kurt Busch.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. stays to the inside line. Now Kurt Busch to the lead.
Can't quite clear.
Good outside lane. That 3 wide outside. Look, here it comes. Brendan Gaughan leading it.
Now the 18 jumps up there to take over that. He's going to get some help. That'll take a little bit of energy out of that that middle groove.
3 wide for the lead. Here comes the 18 on the high side. Bushes in the 2nd and 3rd lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the bottom. 3 wide through the tri-oval.
What's Kyle Busch going to do right here? He's got the lead. Is he going to stay up top?
I think he has to. As long as that momentum's there, keep it.
Look how far it shoved him out in front, though. Can't block 3 lanes when they catch you. 1 car sideways.
Yeah, Kurt Busch is all over the place right now. Now the 18 drops down to the bottom. He'll block the inside line.
Why, a tough spot for Kyle Busch. What lane's he going to block? The outside lane. Now the inside lane's going to come.
Here comes the inside lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back to the front. Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around goes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
Came down. See Kurt pushing Kyle.
He just hooked him. And
Look at Brendan Gaughan just flipping right over.
it's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push him straight. It just can't do it.
Yeah, the 17 goes up to side draft. I don't think that affects the 18. It's the one just pushing his brother. It peels the 18 off to the right. It looks a lot like the 24 accident. Look at the 62, a full flip back on its wheels. Thank goodness. Instantly stopped the flipping, put the car back in position. But a huge, huge accident.
Back into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Ryan Blaney, a great restart.
All right, he's clear of the 10. Slowly moves down in front of that 10.
That put the Dillon boys out on the outside lane. Tell you what Pop's telling them to do.
Can they get together? That's the problem right now. It's just 2 against the field.
Yeah, the problem for Blaney is his help did not get clear. But now that 34 gives a great push to the 10. Into the back of the 12. Inside line, all Fords.
There's Stenhouse.
Here comes the 11 of Denny Hamlin as well, the Daytona 500 winner.
All right, we know the Fords can tandem. Will they try to get that going here?
Ty Dillon dropping back in the 13. Coming back on 1 to go, brought to you by Credit One.
Been a lot of questions about what position do you want to be in? Do you want to be leading or in second? I think you have to be leading. There's always a wreck with 1 to go, and then the race is over. So I think Blaney's got to be in this position.
Chase Elliott jumped out of line. That was likely his only opportunity, as he's going to get almost 3 wide there with the 13.
Tries to get help. He tries to get that help from Ty Dillon. Now everyone fighting for every position. Down the backstretch for the final time.
Ryan Newman.
Huge push from Hamlin.
Here comes Newman. Newman sideways.
He saved it. He saved it.
That's going to give that 12 car a chance to get another run, but Newman way out front. They're going to have a big run coming up on this 6 car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney as they go around the 37. Almost upside down. So's the 96. Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line. Blaney and Newman were side by side when they crossed the line.
Unbelievable finish.
Yes, we didn't beat him regardless.
Blaney, by just a foot, is going to get the win over Newman. Score. Marty.
7 1,000ths of a second that may have saved Ryan Blaney's season. The 6th closest finish in Talladega history, Ryan. How in the world did you, A, see the momentum, and B, block it?
Well, there was no blocking the 6 and the 11. They were coming so fast, and I figured I'd give up the bottom, and they were just going to leave me in the middle. So I just decided to stay with Eric. He was a great pusher all day, and I kind of went up and pulled the 11 off the 6, and then he was so far out in front, and then we kind of got together on the front, and he kind of pushed me below the yellow line. I wasn't going to go below there after what happened in the truck race, and kind of got forced down, and just worked out. So proud of this team, man. Just survived the last couple days, and hopefully that was an exciting finish. Thank you guys for sticking around.